the haves. That's what they have. So this goes beyond the text and specs to what's important to them from a current state. I really like this because whatever that dual column thing gives them is a motive for something. It makes it more efficient for me or whatever. And you capture, here's the things I heard you say you have. Is that right? Let me just take a minute with some of the things you say you want. The want is a desired state. And this is where you get to play back to them, and sometimes in subtle ways, because sometimes those personal motives of power or recognition, they might be a little shy, and they may not have shared that with everybody. So you got to find a nice way to play that back to them. And you would actually bring out some of the things on the personal side, the personal motives, as well as the wants they need to have. And some of those are economic as well. It's really important. It's always going to be about the money. I'm telling you, folks, it's not always just about the money. Then the next step is there's a gap here. And that's what you do. If you look on page 21, it talks about that gap. What's the gap between what they have and what they want? And you just say, here's those three things you said you really wanted us to work on. And you get agreement on it. Now, verbally or written, I actually like to not always get everything right. From a verbal standpoint, they said, you know, Mike, everything you said just makes sense. However, I'd like to add, or I'd like to state, or I'd like to change, and they give it back to me. Now, they're hearing themselves say what's their discovery agreement. In a written document, when you send it to them, and you don't hear anything back, you call them and say, hey, I just want to make sure you got that document. Was everything that I said correct? And they say, well, you know, you got everything, but, and they send you, or they actually, you know, type something in and correct it for you. That's a cool thing. So that's the strength of the discovery agreement, and it would be a sin not to take this one last step when you've done all that good discovery. This is the cornerstone of the whole Get Real selling process.